Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Sam at 64 speaking and welcome back to another RoboCast Spotlight. This week we're joined by Team Expulsion. Now obviously this is going to be a little bit shorter than the one with Craig Colliers as well, due to the fact that it was, this is a brand new team that have never done like live circuit events or anything, so it is a little bit on the short side. That's why I'm releasing it as a kind of a double bill. As well as that, I was very ill when doing this, so I was a bit out of kilter, so if it sounds a bit janky, that was another reason why. Another thing to note, this is actually filmed before Series 10, as you will hear throughout the video, so please be aware that this stuff may be a bit out of date, but, it still holds relevant. It was a great experience talking to these guys, and I really wish them the very best in the future. Today I'm joined by 3 members of the Expulsion team. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
So, obviously, Series 9, how was that for you? I mean, where did the idea initially for a school team to go on Robot Wars and think, yeah, this is a good idea? Where was that idea coming from?
Mr Walland.
Yeah.
Oh, your teacher. Oh no.
Well, he's been a massive fan since he's a kid, and our suspicion is he's always wanted to go on it, and this is his way of getting onto it.
I mean, it worked. I mean,
Yeah.
wow, that's brilliant. And then obviously, you go about Expulsion. I mean, talk me through that. I mean, talk me through the design process. Why that particular design?
Sorry, that's not my mum. That's me.
So we wanted something that was different from like all the other robots, and we'd seen problems with like other spinners that just get like rammed into a corner so they can't spin up. So we thought if we kind of change the spinner, make it better so that we don't have that problem. And then the shape of the robot kind of evolved about what we needed for that spinner to work.
Right. I mean, it is very unique. I mean, the way that like the frame is all around the outside is kind of very different to everything else around it, really. And obviously the weapon itself. I mean, how difficult was that to get right?
Well, actually, on the Twitter page, on our Twitter page, you can see sort of just before the fight, there's sort of us hammering it together. It's me and Georgina trying to fix it.
It sort of only came together like right at the last minute, and then it started to work. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you had a pretty tough melee. I mean, Mr. Speed Squid gave you a bit of a kick in while you were trying to get good. I mean, what was the scale of the damage? I mean, after you were done with Mr. Speed Squid, was it just kind of irreparable, or was it just minor?
It was a mixed bag because most of the damage to the frame of the robot, it was quite soft steel. We were able to hammer most of it back into shape, but there was stuff like batteries that got sliced open. Like we were using 3 motorcycle batteries in the robot at the time.
Right.
2 of them just got completely sliced to pieces. Like they'll never be able to use them again. Cells
everywhere,
split apart and stuff. But luckily, most of the like important and expensive parts were okay.
I mean, that's always a benefit. I think it's it's always useful when the expensive bits do so. So I mean, you guys didn't do probably as well as you would have hoped. I mean,
well,
I mean, we got further than we was happy to be on the show.
I was going to say you actually got in, which is a lot more than a lot of other teams can say. Which is something. I mean, and you were through tough melee, as I said. Did you? I mean, first of all, did you enjoy it? I mean, that's another thing, really.
Loved it.
Obviously,
just talking to everyone,
Definitely.
learnt so much, and
something you're probably doing. Well, are you hoping to do again? Have you applied for the new series coming up?
Have applied for the next series.
You have applied. Oh,
Sack covered in oil grease from hammering various bits of new robots.
Well, yeah, I mean, because what was you got Expulsion, and then there's the other one, which is Suspension. I want to say.
Suspension,
That's the one, yeah. Which is what? Tell us about that. Tell us about Suspension as well.
Well, we're limited to what we can tell you.
Right. Oh, well, for reasons, obviously.
It's another innovative weapon design.
Yeah.
Saw that.
Right.
It's nothing like Expulsion.
No. It's drivable.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's something.
Well, it will be drivable.
Yeah.
New armor system.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god.
Top secret armor system.
Yeah.
Top secret. I like that.
That's all my department. If that goes wrong, I am getting blamed so badly.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's something at least. I'm lost now. I don't know. Everything's had to be pretty quick. I haven't got any more questions. I mean, what? I mean, tell us about your experience as a whole. I mean, getting from like 0 to Robot Wars. Talk me through it.
Well, Mr Walland called a meeting. Well, they sort of invited us from various departments to come to sort of a 4 till 5 meeting of Robot Wars a while ago. They were like, well, this is what we're going to do. This is what we want to do. Here's some papers, start drawing.
Yeah, we just drew up loads of designs. Like, we had so many different ideas that were just being thrown around, and we just kind of mashed them all together and came up with Expulsion, which I think was probably why we had a few different problems, because the ideas didn't quite go together quite well. And
obviously, you come up with the initial concept and go from like concept to building. What was the how different is the Expulsion that was drew down initially and to the one that actually ended up being built and fighting?
The weapon.
The weapon was quite similar from
the
very initial design.
It was sort of, we worked our robot around our weapon.
Yeah, which meant the shape had to change.
Right.
And the weight was very limited because of the size that we needed it to be for the weapon and the weight of the weapon itself.
Yeah, our weapon did take up about a fifth, maybe even a quarter of our weight allowance.
Oh, really? So it's quite a heavy bit of kit then. I mean, because obviously, unfortunately, we didn't really get to see it much in action. I thought personally, the concept behind it was amazing. You know, the fact that it fans out like a ninja star. That's great. I mean, it's not been seen before, obviously, and absolute credit to all of you for getting it together. So obviously, you travel to Scotland, you get into the pits, and then you see everything you're against. And what's the first reaction? You get into there and you think, oh God, or do you think, do you know what, I'm feeling good about life, or?
It was like overwhelming, mixed with Robot Wars, bigger robots, Robot Wars, bigger robots.
Sense of awe would be
definitely.
Yeah,
there was so much to see.
What in particular like caught your attention while you were there, like the carbides of the world, the Apollos, or stuff like that?
Well, just everything, just like how all the different robots worked and all the ideas behind it. That just made us start thinking already, even before we thought how we could like go forward from the current Expulsion.
Right.
Well, we're entering sort of Robot Wars live.
The live event stuff.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So we're taking both Expulsion and Suspension on the live tour circuit, so we can test them for next series.
Yeah.
That's actually, obviously that's a good idea because it gives you a chance to find out what works and what doesn't really, doesn't it? So.
We took Expulsion into Series 9. We'd never driven, never competed, never built a robot before.
And all we'd done was fight tables and chairs.
Yeah, we were quite successful.
I was going to say, did you win those ones? That's the most important thing.
Yeah, definitely. Our teacher's classroom is a bit destroyed.
There is a cupboard of a few things hidden behind, but we'll never see the light of day.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Right. Finally, I think, really, there's not much really more to say other than... Where do you guys go from here? I mean, would you each consider doing one separately in the future, or is it like something you look into doing years down the line? Because obviously, a lot of the teams from the original series, for example, Behemoth, have been around since the late 90s. Would you consider doing this for a while to come?
So me and Henry are leaving school this year, so we won't. Like future Robot Wars, we won't be able to be linked with Expulsion, but we're hoping to set up some teams maybe at university, see if we can compete against the school and against each other.
That'd be pretty fun, actually.
I've already pestered the unis that I've applied to
to get something off the ground.
How easy it is to set up societies, and it seems pretty easy. So there may be a few Robot Wars societies popping up.
Well, that's always good to hear. Anyway, Team Expulsion, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.